He has two sisters, Dottie Jo and Joanne. Anybody else count those? Early in Gary's childhood, his parents divorced, and you spent some time in an orphanage, it says. We all learn by different methods, don't we? So he spent some time in an orphanage, and he believes that that orphanage took good care of him, and that he learned a lot while being there. Sometime later, Gary's father, Russell, married Dorothy, and after the marriage, Gary returned home and was raised by his father and his stepmother. He remembers his dad coming and visiting, being very supportive and always faithful. Gary stated, "My dad was always positive and we were very connected." Gary played football in high school, and he worked at the Chevy plant after practice every day. Had to work a little bit, didn't you? Times are different today.
They don't work.
Yeah, we pamper those kids a little bit, don't we? Oh my goodness. So every day after football practice, not only did he go to school and then football, but then he went to work at the Chevy plant. Gary's always been dedicated to education and hard work. The first job he remembers is working on the candy wagon during the war with his father. Gary later earned his bachelor's degree from Hanover College in Hanover, Indiana, and was the starting quarterback for the football team. He obtained his master's in education from Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana. He completed the PhD program in education at Michigan State. He served in the United States Army as a corporal from September 4th, 1952 to September 4th, 1954 during the Korean War. He was a clerk typist at Fort Leonard Wood here in Missouri for 2 years. Unfortunately, your records were lost when they had the fire in St. Louis, weren't they? We have a whole handful of veterans that their records are gone because of a fire in St. Louis. And so those personnel records, we probably lost 16 to 18 million official files during that fire. It's incredible. Later, Gary married Patricia Pat on June 25th of 1955. They had met at Hanover in 1952. Pat was a freshman and Gary was a senior. We won't say anything about that, Gary. Pat asked Gary to a dance. Oh, Pat asked Gary to a dance. And they enjoyed spending time together. Well, imagine that. Gary and Pat shared the passion of education and giving back to the community. They had 2 children, Dave and Beth. Both were born in Indiana. Dave now resides in Jefferson City, close by, okay? And Beth in Williamsburg, Virginia. Welcome to Missouri. Picked a good month. We could have done this in July.
Thank you.
Beth has followed in her father's footsteps, and she is a teacher's assistant. Gary has 4 grandchildren, Dustin, Kaya, is that a way I say that? Kaya, Sam, and Sophie. Which one's here?
Sophie.
Sophie's here. Welcome, Sophie. We're glad you're here. When his children were younger, they enjoyed going to sports events. Their son Dave was a coach for the Jefferson City Jays. Those of us that are Mexico Bulldogs won't say anything about that. And he was also the director of, and has been the director of the Show Me Games here in the state of Missouri. Gary and Pat would volunteer and participated in the Show Me Games. Gary loved to go and watch the kids play and discuss the games with Dave. Gary is an avid sports fan, especially the Mizzou Tigers. He's a member of the Presbyterian Church in Columbia, Missouri, was a deacon, and taught high school Sunday school at that church. Throughout Gary's life, he's been connected to and advocating for children and the teaching of children. He was a W.K. Kellogg Fellow, and their goal is to focus on the optimal development of children at the center of all that they do, and they advocate for the healing of racial gaps and inequities that exist in communities. As a fellow, Gary advocated for vulnerable children. He was also a Danforth Fellow, a national organization for educators. He was a member of Lambert Social Fraternity. I'm sorry, I can't talk. I'm going to have to eat some cake and get right back with you. Gary's a member of the Gold Cake Kiwanis Club in Columbia, Missouri, and the Jefferson Club of the University of Missouri. He worked in an inner city school in Indianapolis teaching driver's education and coaching football. He's worked for Purdue University as the dean, correct? in Indianapolis, at the University of Northern Iowa in Cedar Falls, and also at the University of Missouri, here in Columbia, I'm assuming. Okay. Oh, page 2. As Paul Harvey would say, huh? While at the University of Missouri, Gary was instrumental in developing community colleges and night classes. Gary's passion and love was to make education more accessible to more people. I personally can thank him for that. Had it not been for nighttime education and for local college classes, I would not have gotten mine because I had small children and had to stay close to home. So thank you, Gary, for doing that. He stated it's one of the biggest things that he's ever done. He received a national honor from the Council of Colleges and Universities from 1979 to 1980 for its dedication to education. In 1994, Gary retired as professor emeritus from the University of Missouri, and he continues to invest in children. He volunteered at preschools, reading to kids, and donated books to classrooms. And I love this. During Halloween, Gary's house was known for handing out books, and he called it Trick or Read. Love that. This family continued that tradition this past year as they enjoyed handing out books here at the Missouri Veterans Home during trick-or-treat time. Gary and Pat have done some traveling, haven't you? They've been to England to visit a daughter there. They've been to Ireland, and they went on to an Alaskan cruise. So they've seen a little bit of the world. In his spare time, I don't know where he had any spare time, but in his spare time, Gary enjoys trivia games and bird watching. His biggest joy has been spending time with his family. It's always the best tribute you can hear. Gary came to our Missouri Veterans Home in April of 2016, and we recognize him today as our January Salute of the Month. I give you Gary Fox.